William Sutton Homes has been providing a welfare rights service for residents and staff since 1991. The Welfare Rights Department provided advice and advocacy for residents on all William Sutton estates from Newcastle to Plymouth, serving approximately 20,000 properties.
Okay, Pauline, because your circumstances have changed, what I'm going to do is a benefit calculation for you. So I just need to run through some questions, okay?
The Welfare Rights team reflected the values and policies of William Sutton Homes by providing a service to residents and linking in to anti-poverty strategies within sustained communities. The Welfare Rights Service benefited both William Sutton Homes and its residents. Over the years, consistent results have been achieved through which residents' income has increased because of benefit maximisation, and this has led to a reduction in rent arrears.
Based on that, then you should get full housing benefit and full council tax benefit.
So how have we moved from being a welfare rights department to the financial inclusion team? Financial inclusion has been at the top of the government agenda since the late 1990s, when the Policy Action Team produced a report about financial inclusion. The Housing Corporation, the National Housing Federation and the Chartered Institute of Housing have all taken on board the importance of financial inclusion. Social landlords were seen as being in a strong position to reach those that other agencies found it difficult to engage with.
I work covering the North Staffs region with other housing officers. A major part of my role is managing rent arrears. The financial inclusion team are a vital role to helping in the management of rent arrears. Residents often find themselves in financial difficulties, finding it difficult to speak to people, and especially a housing officer, because they feel that we're just on the negative side of things. The financial inclusion team do provide a positive service for the resident. For example, today we've had a rent arrears case in court whereby a tenant had buried his head in the sand. It was difficult for us to contact or liaise with him. Now the financial inclusion team have stepped in at the last minute to assist us to prevent this tenant losing his home. We have got a court order in place. We've adjourned it for 2 months so that the financial inclusion team can help this tenant get a backdate on his housing benefit, and also to ensure that he's claiming everything that he's entitled to, so that when we revisit court the situation will be much more positive.
My name's Claire Cooper, I'm a housing officer. I work for the North Staffs team. I look after residents on a number of estates in the local area, and I find it very helpful to get involved with the financial inclusion team at an early stage when we find that tenants are perhaps going into rent arrears. It's a very simple process to get them involved, just usually via an email to one of the team or a phone call, and the team will get into contact with the residents usually within that day or within the next few days. And also another method is by means of the leaflet, which I find is very helpful to give to the residents again at an early stage. By means of getting the team involved, the residents often feel very much more comfortable because they're having help in dealing with the rent arrears, and they know that they can feel safe in the home because they are getting the support they need.
So, what is financial inclusion? Well, financial exclusion refers to the difficulty that many residents have in accessing or using mainstream financial services such as bank accounts, savings, loans, insurance and other products. It's a cause of poverty. People on low incomes pay a poverty premium. They pay more for basic financial and other services because they're financially excluded.
Hello, my name's Adrian Jellicoe. I'm the Financial Inclusion Officer for the North, and I cover all the estates from Widnes across the Hull and up to Newcastle. Prior to being in the financial inclusion team, I was a member of the Welfare Rights Service. We looked at concentrating on maximising people's income by ensuring they were claiming all the benefits they were entitled to. Although this is still part of the service, we now look at other aspects of financial inclusion. This includes access to basic bank accounts, affordable credit and money and debt advice. One of the things that we're working on at the moment is contacting all the credit unions in the area. We're hoping to encourage the service they provide with our residents. We see credit unions as playing a vital role in developing affordable credit amongst our residents. They'll provide a good alternative to loan sharks and doorstep money lenders. Now when a residents refer to me, I try to cover all aspects of financial inclusion. Not only are we trying to maximise their income through the benefits that they're entitled to, but we're looking at fuel poverty, content insurance and affordable credit. By doing this, it ensures that the resident is informed of every option available to resolve their financial issues.
The financial inclusion team consists of a manager and 3 financial inclusion officers who cover all the areas where the group is represented. So how can frontline staff help us in our job? Frontline staff can help us by identifying residents who have specific difficulties relating to debt, benefits or any other financial issues. We generally need you to provide a name, address and an up-to-date contact telephone number and brief details of what the problem is.
Well, you fill the forms in, which we didn't know we were entitled to because we missed out on that, most of the things, until you came and you told us what we could have and what we couldn't have. So we got a bit more money on it. Well, we have pension and all that. So that did us good, having a bit more money. Because wasn't a lot, was there? I don't know what we'd have done without you.
Your contact with us can be either in the form of a telephone call, email, or completion of a benefit inquiry form, also known as an HM026. We will then do a financial health check with the resident, completing details on household composition, age of household, income that's coming in, any debts, and any other financial issues which we think might be relevant. We'll continue to give as much support to the resident and their family as it takes to resolve the problem. In return, we'll provide regular feedback to the incomes team, housing management or any other staff involved in the case so that everybody has a complete picture of how the problem is being resolved.
It's changed my life by getting me the benefits that I should and I'm entitled to.
Hello, my name's Caroline Banks. I'm the Financial Inclusion Officer for the south of our region. My main role is to provide advice and support to residents and staff. This could be for income maximisation, but people might be referred to me for benefit advice. I might also have to help them complete forms, help liaise with Housing Benefit or the Department of Work and Pension or other agencies, represent them at appeals and liaise with maybe social services, community health, mental health teams and other agencies like that. I also provide basic debt advice, so I may get somebody who's in rent arrears but realise that there's a greater underlying problem that needs to be tackled and refer people on to other organisations like the Citizens Advice Bureau or local debt advice agencies that can provide a more comprehensive service for them. I can also address other issues with tenants. This might be, for example, discussing with them ways to reduce their utility bills, other methods of payment, talk about bank accounts, the importance of saving, direct them to local credit union, or discuss home contents insurance with them. So in addition to supporting staff and residents in this way, the other important aspect of my job is delivering training programmes to frontline staff.
I'm the Financial Inclusion Manager. I have a team of 3 which covers north, central and south of the country. Financial inclusion is high on the government agenda as 70% of social housing residents are excluded from financial services. We feel as a team that we are there to help our residents become involved in financial services. We're looking at the areas of home contents insurance, credit unions, bank accounts, fuel poverty and also benefit maximisation, as many people aren't claiming what they are entitled to. My team work very hard in bringing together these services and we're helped by the housing officers who actually refer people to us that they feel need our help. Many people do not realise what they are entitled to claim, and if they come to us we can actually sort out any problems they've got. We can refer them to the appropriate agencies like debt advice agencies, or we can actually help them with benefit issues, and we can also represent them at tribunal, which I feel is a very important part of our service. My team and I have regular meetings to catch up on where we're up to and on the sorts of services we're delivering. My team attend regular financial inclusion forums across the country. We attend regular conferences, we have to keep updated on policy and whatever the government's new initiatives are within the world of financial inclusion. It is very high on the agenda and housing associations have to be seen to be participating in this area of work. And this is where you all come in. Anyone who becomes an employer should really know what financial inclusion is and what it means to our residents. And if we all work together to achieve some of the targets we've set out to do, we can make our residents a lot happier because they'll be more financially efficient and more financially capable.